Okay, guys. I got this cook from the dressing room. I want to clean fire everything, okay? Coach Glove, good look.
Give Cleverly a little bit of an edge on the stare down.
Certainly an edge in the crowd to Fonfara. I love him here.
And there are certain fighters, either when they represent the Polish community or from Poland, who have attracted extremely passionate followings, whether it's Andrew Galata, who same guy handles Galata as handles Fonfara. That was Sam Kalana, Tomasz Adamik, Andrew Galata. Just good string of Polish fighters.
Cleverly starting out aggressive, landed some jabs. Fonfara with heavy hands, being a bit more patient. Yeah, Fonfara's cracking now.
They opened up quickly. So an adrenaline-filled first minute.
And Fonfara is still landing shots. Cleverly is trying to keep his stance a little bit lower, but it's not working to his advantage. Fonfara has that slight reach advantage. Nice job there by Cleverly, snapping the head back of Fonfara, but he's trying to keep a lower stance. Fonfara is really just lighting him up right now. It almost looks like Cleverly is already out of his rhythm.
Good jab and a right hand by Fonfara. Good uppercut by Cleverly, though, and a left hook to follow. There's Cleverly on the inside.
Did someone bring a large drum, Dave?
What other sport is breaking out over here? It's a college football game.
Really sounds like it.
Uppercut by Cleverly is a good one.
Yeah, Cleverly, even though he's certainly eating more punches, he's doing a nice job of sneaking some shots through that are really stumbling Fonfara back.
Some good sneaky uppercuts by Cleverly. Left hook by Cleverly.
Followed by a right hook there from Fonfara.
Good pace set by these guys. Following the all-out war between Kono and Kameda that preceded it. From a stylistic standpoint, it's that they've picked up from that spot. So a good, brisk opening round, Fonfara and Cleverly.
Yeah, that's a close one. That was an excellent round for both of them. Let's look at some of the action here. You see that one snapping the head back of Fonfara. Cleverly doing a nice job of sneaking some of these uppercuts in there. Even though Fonfara is staying very busy in this fight, Cleverly landed some shots that certainly stuck out to me. I'm sure they stood out to the judges as well. Anytime you see that head snap back, it's a significant moment. And right there again, Fonfara even recognizes it there with a little nod of the head. So when it comes down to power shots, Cleverly, Fonfara gets the nod when it comes to volume. What are the judges looking for, though? Is it punches and bunches? Is it those shots sneaking through? Power shots certainly carry a lot of weight.
And fight to fight, we'll see that vary. One thing that Fonfara did as we get ready to start round two, Tommy Carpensi telling us that Fonfara needed to start faster. And he did in that round.
And Cleverly coming out swinging, though. Fonfara is going to have to find a way to overcome how fast Cleverly is starting this one.
Well, these guys are right on it. Good hook to the body by Fonfara after the jabs. And here's 5 jabs from Cleverly.
You know, and something to be noted here is that Cleverly is doing a nice job with his footwork. He seems to be the one that's controlling where this fight's ending up. Fonfara has been backed up into his own corner a couple of times now. And Cleverly is very, pardon the pun, cleverly working his footwork so that way he's the one that's controlling where this fight ends up. Even now, let's see if he circles out. He's been backed up a bit.
Oh, that was a terrific uppercut by Cleverly and finding some more room. He's going to that uppercut now. He sees it.
Yep, and again, following those little uppercuts with a little short, crisp hook. Fonfara eating a couple of them there. Now Fonfara's got Cleverly up against the ropes.
Good uppercut by Fonfara. These guys have packed a lot of action into 4.5 minutes.
Sure have.
And these are light heavyweights. These are not the 115-pound guys. So, got to think attrition will matter if this goes deep into the fight.
Especially with the amount of punches that they're both eating. Fonfara here in round number 2 has taken a significant number of shots from Cleverly, and that really takes it out of you when you got a light heavyweight slugging you in the head. Fonfara is just not doing a great job of covering up right now, and Cleverly taking advantage.
And these are high-quality shots, too. There haven't been any pity pats. These are all high-relevance punches.
Fonfara at a distance seems to be doing much better. He'll land his cleaner shots when he's further away using his 3-inch reach advantage, but Cleverly doing a nice job of closing that distance. He's pressing forward, and when they get inside like this, he's just more accurate. He's landing the bigger shots at close range, so Cleverly is going to be well suited if he stays and keeps this fight close like this. Fonfara should back it up a little bit, use that reach advantage. Right now, it's a disadvantage for him because he's just got longer arms to punch with when they're inside like this, and you see Cleverly just ducking under those shots because he sees them coming.
Good action, wire to wire in that round.
Oh boy. Punch after the bell there, and Cleverly not too happy about it. Stares him down as they go to their respective corners. Fun round 2, but I give that one to Nathan Cleverly.
No more, okay? Don't push the ball, not okay? Move this way and this way. You're standing right in front of him.
You hear the corner of Fonfara there just telling him to move your head. You're just standing too still right now. But Fonfara just stands right in front of Cleverly. He gets lit up. Let's see if he makes an adjustment here as we head to round number 3.
Andrew Fonfara and Nathan Cleverly locked up in a good one, the light heavyweight division. Fonfara 27-3, 16 knockouts. Cleverly 29-2, 15 knockouts. Fonfara's crowd.
Fonfara starting quick here in round number 3, but now that Cleverly has a moment to settle in, he throws a nice combo of his own. Fonfara answering right back.
Right on top of each other. What a theme for the fans.
Now again, the adjustment that Fonfara's corner told him to make here in between rounds 2 and 3 is to not stand so still. So far here in round number 3, I know only about 45 seconds has ticked off the clock, but he has not made that adjustment yet. He'll throw this combination and then he'll just stand there.
That adjustment is not coming.
And then Cleverly will light him up with a combination. He'll just dot him up. Fonfara will just throw a combination and then stand there.
The Cleverly is comfortable with this straight line attack here. And the advice given to Fonfara was good as far as shifting his feet and moving laterally.
See, Fonfara's landing great combinations. He's just got to pivot out and get away from the action after he does that for a moment and reset and come back in and throw another combination. That's how he'll be able to control the pace of this fight. But instead, he'll throw the combination and then just wait and cleverly will block the punches and then throw his own combo, and it ends up being more significant.
Like that last left hook we saw a few seconds ago that brought the smiling face out of Fonfara.
Yeah, anytime a fighter says something doesn't hurt or they smile, that means it does.
Yeah, smiling faces, they do tell the truth.
Sure do. That means I hear you loud and clear, buddy, and that hurt.
Cleverly right on top of Fonfara.
Oh, nice shot there from Fonfara. That right cross connected. Cleverly's hand was a little bit too low. Cleverly still pressing forward, though. Nice to see. Okay, perfect. Fonfara did a nice job there with his footwork. Threw a combination, pivoted out. Cleverly doing a nice job, though, of walking him down once again.
Right hand and the uppercut by Cleverly.
And
right on top of each other.
Yep.
Two guys who just want it. Forget about technique at the moment. It's a matter of will.
One thing that I really like about what Cleverly is doing is that he's throwing a lot of punches that are both sharp and accurate, but there's also a lot of variety in his punches. So he's not just going to the same over and over again. He'll throw a jab, and then he'll throw a jab to the body, and then he'll throw a hook to the body, and then he'll throw a hook to the head, and then he'll throw a cross. His punches are kind of coming from every direction, and boy, the bad blood is starting to boil between these two, isn't it?
They argue as well as they fight.
Put him up. Listen to me. You gotta stay a little lower with your body and move a little bit. Don't stay right in front of him. Hear me? Andrew, keep your distance a little bit. You get more power. Hear me? Hey, you're giving him your chin. You're giving it to him. You understand? Use your jab. Use your jab. Then let the right hand go. You get more leverage. Like this. Look. Boom. Turn it in there. Hey, give me, what happened to our double hooks? Double hooks. Go right around the ear. You hear me? Then go to the body. Wipe the floor. Wipe the floor.
So here you see it, Fonfara throwing a left, and that would have been a perfect opportunity for that double hook that his corner was calling for. Let's see if he heeds the advice of his corner. Keeping that distance, use that jab. You got a 3-inch reach advantage, put it to work. That's what we've been saying all fight, is that Fonfara, when he just covers up and stands there, he gets dotted up. Got to throw that combination and get out.
And here comes Cleverly with the jab, double jab on the way in, left hook. This is something where Fonfara is seeing something different his corner is seeing, because they're giving him good advice, and he gets in there. And perhaps he sees the hook as a better weapon from in closer to the uppercut, because he's doing it his way.
Right there, he should be getting out right now. Instead, he's eating 2, 3, 4 punches.
And going straight back. So he's on the end of some Cleverly offense.
Now he's moving a little bit. There you go. He's just standing there again. Cleverly's taking advantage. Cleverly's doing a nice job. Sees the opportunity, pushes Fonfara back.
Double left hook here by Fonfara. Good uppercut by Fonfara. You know, these guys look like they're mirror images stylistically, and yet they're both landing a lot of clean punches. Sometimes when guys are mirror images, they don't get that.
Sometimes it's too good at matchmaking. This is actually the best kind of matchmaking, because they found two fighters that love to brawl, very similar styles, but at the same time, they're not so defensively minded that they're just going to cover up the entire time and not mount any offense. We're seeing almost exclusively offense here. Probably not enough defense from Fonfara right here. He's got to circle out. Instead, he gets backed up into the corner. And look at this. Cleverly's getting so comfortable that he's starting to toy with him a little bit. Boy, and the crowd doesn't like it.
A bolo in Chicago? And says Fonfara.
Cleverly is really starting to find his rhythm here, and you can tell how comfortable that he feels in this fight because, like I said, he's messing with Fonfara, and he's landing those shots that make Fonfara smile. But every single time they separate to go to their own respective corners, they're jawing at each other. So you know that the bad blood is there, and Cleverly fighting the much smarter fight at this point.
Able to pressure and pursue Fonfara, back him up. Good right hand there by Cleverly. Fonfara is sort of one-dimensional.
See, landed that nice right, should get out now. And look at that. Little punch after the bell that time too. Referee lets it slide. We'll move on. Let's see what his corner says this time.
Throw it here, the right hand. Throw it. Throw it there.
Maybe shit with his socket. And then have it out of his pocket. Have a look at that slip right down. Right, have a round like that. Bang, slip, tease him in, bang. Nice little loose in. Fucking do the swagger, do what you're gonna do. Just enjoy it, right? This is when you're at the best. And relax, right, buddy? Remember, your life will change if you fucking win this, but might be nipping these rounds with these little short inside. If he works, you work straight away after you see an opening in the body, right? Up and down, tap. Up.
Bend your knees and slice it. Slice it, slice it.
Very different conversations between those two corners, but looking at some of the action so far, that was at the end of round number 2. They're standing toe-to-toe even after the bell rings. Every single time that they've been told to go back to their corners, they're almost refusing. I expect a lot of offense to continue here in this round, but I noticed a distinct difference in between rounds there from what the corners were telling their respective fighters. Much more panicked in the corner of Fonfara. They expected this fight to be going a different way right now. Cleverly's corner, on the other hand, very calm, very relaxed. Just, hey, you're doing a great job. This is where we're our best. And look at that, once again.
Well, that's his second attempted bolo, sending a signal about his confidence, but no need for him to do that. There's an uppercut by both fighters that get in.
Cleverly just looks very relaxed now. His corner told him to stay that way. It's suiting him well. Fonfara looks to be a bit more out of his element. However, this fight can change with any single one punch. Both of these guys have a lot of power.
It's Cleverly driving Fonfara back. Double jab by Fonfara and some movement here. Jab by Cleverly. Double jab again for Cleverly. Well, he has made a living with that.
Oh, he's feeling great in there. He's got to be careful not to get too confident, but he is dotting up Fonfara right now. Fonfara just getting peppered.
Landing some big shots and a good right hand by Cleverly.
Cleverly does need to stay focused. Doesn't want to get too confident. Fonfara still loading up. Trying to feed off the crowd. They're getting up on their feet in some places around the arena.
And
look at that.
Fonfara decides the bolo is in vogue.
That's a fun round, man. Cleverly feeling great. Fonfara all of a sudden coming on.
By Cleverly. Good left hook to the body by Fonfara.
Ripping shot followed by a couple of hooks. And now Cleverly peppering him with short uppercuts.
You may see the effects of these magnified in the late rounds, these good body shots. Good pace continues with them. Some short uppercuts by Cleverly. continue to wail away. We come to the end of round 5.
That was a pretty good round for Fonfara. I think that Cleverly got a bit off message, if you will. Started forgetting about his footwork, was feeling a little bit too good in there, and Fonfara answered. There's some of the action. Cleverly did do a good job of opening up, but after that moment, Fonfara had enough of it and started to open up on his own. Did eat a lot of punches in the process, though. There was the second bolo. Then Fonfara started to work at a distance, and that's what his corner's been telling him the entire time, is to stay outside. Don't stand right in the pocket. Back up after you land a couple of shots. You'll have the advantage because you've got 3 extra inches in reach. Put it to use. So while that round certainly started in the favor of Cleverly, I think Fonfara did enough there at the end of the round to steal it away.
Now let's see if there's a parlay aspect for him. That good look overhead into round 6. It's a good one. Fonfara and Cleverly. Dave Bontempo and Dave Farah with you in Chicago.
Yeah, Fonfara doing a nice job there. Backing up, getting outside, using that length.
Cleverly back with the jab, and Fonfara eats 4 after throwing 3. Back, what looked like a nice little momentum surge for Fonfara.
Yeah, and if Cleverly continues to walk him down, that's where he'll be most successful. You see right here, he'll throw that combination, and then he'll instantly go in and close that distance again. That's where he had success in the early rounds of this fight. If he continues to do that, that's where he's going to continue to find success. But Fonfara has figured that riddle out a bit. He's starting to throw his punches and then back right up. If he continues to do that, he'll have success. Oh, nice job by Cleverly, countering that right cross from Fonfara that missed.
Good double jab, then an uppercut, then a hook here by Cleverly. And a nice uppercut on the inside. One punch that might separate them. Cleverly's had better left hooks than Fonfara. They've both been pretty effective with the uppercut. Cleverly jabbing more.
Oh, left hand there from Fonfara. Landed right on the chin of Cleverly. I thought for a moment that it may stumble him, but Cleverly did a nice job pushing through that. They're still trading big shots right in the center of the ring.
Good body shots. Good hooks by Fonfara.
When it gets inside, Cleverly having a lot of success right there. Ripped one to the body, followed by a hook right to the chin.
Well, there's been no stylistic mystery. They get on top of each other, and they go to work.
Yeah, anytime that it's in close, though, Cleverly's winning. Fonfara doing a nice job right now, creating that separation, landed some shots. Let's see if we have a late punch at the end of this round, too. Oi, Fonfara opening up right now. Round comes to a close, and yeah, once again, they're jawing at each other. Fun round 6.
Did he steal the round with that?
Cleverly? Boy. These are very, very close rounds. I'll be curious to see what the judges have to say. I still score that one in the favor of Fonfara. However, through 6, I've got Cleverly up 4 rounds to 2.
Up the middle, yeah. Shot the right uppercut works.
You get the sense that could be
up the middle. Use your long jab.
3-3, 4-2 the other way because of these something so very close.
It's very, very close. Unofficial scorecard, absolutely. I've got Cleverly edging out Fonfara. Again, 4 rounds to 2, but it is tremendously tight. Depends what the judges are looking for. Cleverly is still feeling good. His corner told him, you win this fight, it'll change your life. He's fighting like he believes it.
Big fight for both fighters, but a bigger upside for Fonfara should he win. Interesting to see how the boxing world will evaluate that. Guys have maintained a very good pace, these light heavyweights, through 6 rounds, scheduled for 12.
Another excellent observation, Dave. Anytime you get the lighter weight guys, yeah, they're going to mix it up, and you'll see plenty of action, sometimes all the way through 12 rounds like we did in our last fight. But for light heavyweights, still moving as fluidly as they are and throwing the number of punches that they are, and we're in the 7th round, it's really something. Real testament to how hard these guys work when the lights aren't on them.
You know, Dave, we talked about the attrition factor. We're still waiting for that with these guys. With the pace that they have set right on top of each other. It's like a carbon copy, just 60 pounds heavier the first fight we had at 115. These guys are right on it.
Yeah, and here in round number 7, Fonfara is doing a significantly worse job of creating that distance. Once again, making this Cleverly's fight. Does land a couple of nice shots there.
Uppercut by Cleverly and a good right hand as he set it up and created some distance. Cleverly has beaten more experienced opposition, but his best times were a couple of years ago. And Fonfara, he might land some of these, but crowd a few rows back thinks they're all getting in.
Yeah, and Cleverly is taking a lot of shots right now. You're starting to see the blood. Fonfara is going to work in this round.
Good uppercut.
And he is all offense right now. Cleverly saying, let's go. The crowd's saying we're into it. But Fonfara is doing a great job of landing all of the shots here.
And for the first time in this fight, exposing some vulnerability in Cleverly.
And Cleverly is opened up right now. His nose is pouring, and it looks like he's got a cut above his eye as well. Fonfara is starting to feel good. He's got a rhythm going.
Good.
Another nice shot.
Action by Fonfara. And then Cleverly back with the left hook. Good right hand by Fonfara. These guys have not taken a backward step voluntarily. Boy, this is what boxing is about.
The crowd is going nuts. I love it. What a great round.
Pouring everything out and then going for the dissing of it too.
Always curious what the turning point in a fight will be. That could have been it for Cleverly. His nose looks like it's in pretty bad shape, but he had a lot of sail in his wins going into that 7th round as he just lost a lot of it. Fonfara beat him up for 3 minutes straight. He tried to answer back, but just did not have the same type of pop on his punches.
You'll get him all day. Hear me? Take your time.
Here it is, Fonfara just opening up. Cleverly looked like he was ducking down, waiting to mount a counterattack, but Fonfara continued to put the pressure on him. And look at his face, it is just beat up. Slinging that blood aside, Fonfara loving it. Crowd is loving it. We're loving it. It's what Premier Boxing Champions is all about.
There's been some fight here between Cleverly and Fonfara, and they go into round 8. What type of momentum does Andrew Fonfara carry over from round 7? Comes out with a double jab. Goes southpaw for a second. Will he stay that way?
Blood is once again running on the face of Cleverly. But this time he's turning it on. He's got Fonfara up against the ropes.
Here comes Cleverly with a run. You get your run, I get mine. Double left hook by Fonfara. Now it's his turn. We've had three significant momentum swings in 1 minute.
Fonfara in round number 7 did a great job of keeping that distance where he wanted it to be. His corner has been just beseeching him this entire fight between every round to create that distance so he can do exactly this. But when Cleverly walks him down, it becomes problematic.
Good hook by Fonfara, and then Cleverly trying to get inside. Good up close. Opportunities for both.
Nice combination there from Cleverly. 3 punches snuck through right to the dome of Fonfara, and Fonfara now answering back.
Good
nice
uppercut by Fonfara, another good one.
Followed by a nice right hook. Let's see if he ends up going to that double hook that his corner was calling for, right by that ear of Cleverly. Could be a great move right now.
Right hook, right uppercut, left hook by Fonfara. Cleverly back, getting his shot.
Back and forth they go. Cleverly showing a lot of guts right now. Fonfara's got to get out of here.
Good left hook
nice
by Cleverly, and a good way to finish this round. Judges may remember the final few seconds, and Fonfara wants them to remember him.
Oh, he snuck another one in.
That's the first after the bell punch that landed. The rest were insults.
Boy, I've got it evened up now. I had it 4-2 on my unofficial scorecard for Cleverly after 6. And now here after 8, 4 apiece. Got some great fights coming up, Dave.
Got Tamar Lamont Peterson, Felix Diaz Jr., Thompson and Malik Scott next weekend. And Charlo and Alcine. There's a championship in the Charlo family.
Premier Boxing Champions always putting on fantastic fights. Numerous cards every single week, it seems. And this is a testament, just like our last fight was, of the type of matchmaking that you get in Premier Boxing Champions. Just so well done. Crowd loving it here tonight in Chicago. And how could they not?
One thing you always have to love is a fight is announced and it stays in. It shows you're paying the fighters enough money that they're incentivized to go full training, and you don't get those injuries that happen. Guys think they're not getting paid enough. So here we are into round 9. Fonfara and Cleverly. Just a terrific battle of wills between these light heavyweights. Cleverly previously held a 175-pound championship. Native of Wales. Had it taken away by Kovalev, who's the best fighter in this division.
I am amazed with how much punishment Cleverly has taken that he still looks as fresh as he does. Nice right cross there, snapping back the head of Fonfara.
Good
Another
4
great
shots
combo
by Cleverly.
Fonfara now firing back with some heavy shots of his own.
Cleverly's had a slight edge in hand speed. Fonfara a little heavier with his punches. If you're looking for intangibles that might separate these guys on the judges' cards.
Incredibly close fight.
Regardless how efficient these guys have been, they both know that they, even from here, they will have to dig down and find something a little more.
Wow, Cleverly with a great combination. Lighting Fonfara up. Fonfara made that mistake again of staying on the inside, and Cleverly taking advantage.
Left hook by Fonfara, good uppercut by Fonfara. Nice right hand.
Something of note, I think that Cleverly's nose may be broken, and you see his mouth is hanging open as a result because he's got to breathe through it. That creates even more opportunity for Fonfara to potentially knock him out.
You've got a lot to deal with, not just the opponent, when you're breathing heavily.
Much more susceptible to being KO'd when your jaw is wide open like that. Fonfara's got Cleverly up against the ropes right now. Final 10 seconds here of the 9th round.
They finished the way they started, intensely. Too tired for insults now.
Oh yeah, I'll see you in a minute. See what his corner has to say.
Hey. Listen to me. Hey, don't make these rounds close. You understand?
10th round.
He can't hit you with 10 shots, then you respond. You got to get off. And you got to, Andrew, you got to get first. You understand? You got to be first. Don't take turns with this guy. Relax. 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 You got to go first. And go to the body and stay there. Back him up. Let's go. Let's go. Hey.
Cleverly with a nice hook there, followed by a straight right directly to the dome of Fonfara. And this is what Fonfara's corner was talking about. Cleverly having a lot of opportunity to open up because Fonfara is just standing there, and Cleverly a lot of times is first. Fonfara's corner wants him to be the one. Oh yeah, they're checking that nose. We were just talking about that in the last round. That nose looked like it was broken, and so his mouth was hanging open, breathing out of it, and they're looking at it, and Cleverly saying it's fine. It ain't fine, man, but I get why you want to continue this fight because it's a great one. Very, very close bout.
It's all relative, how much pain you're in. 10th round, and Andrew Fonfara all over Nathan Cleverly now as he tries to parlay that view you saw of the nose of Cleverly.
And Fonfara doing a good job of heeding his corner's advice here at the beginning of the 10th round, being the first to throw the punches, backing Cleverly up as opposed to being walked down.
Yeah, and what we were able to see in that replay was 6 shots by Cleverly that had not much on them, and then 1 big shot by Fonfara. Well, how are the judges going to view that? What are they going to reward?
Even right here, it's happening again. When they get in close, Cleverly is very busy. From a distance, Fonfara is very busy. It's almost like Cleverly, when they're at a distance, just sort of lazily throws his punches out there, but when they get inside, that's when he starts doing this right here. Pap, 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 pap. Fonfara is trying to answer back with the same thing, but just does not have the same sort of pop on his punches. So Fonfara needs to back up, start using those longer arms to his advantage.
Double jab here by Fonfara.
And the more jabs that Fonfara can get going, the better for him.
Double jab by Fonfara.
Yeah, Fonfara doing a nice job here in this round.
Good uppercut, left hook.
Throwing a lot of punches, never giving Cleverly an opportunity to get going.
Earlier we saw Cleverly on top of Fonfara most of the time, and now we're seeing the reverse. These are 2 guys that really want it.
Cleverly has once again backed Fonfara into a corner. Nice job by Fonfara getting out of there.
Double jab right hand by Fonfara. Now Cleverly sensing the first opportunity to go at Fonfara, but it's late in the round in what's been a good round for Fonfara.
Hey!
Not too tired to talk some smack this go around. Fonfara did a great job in that round. Listen to his corner.
These next 2 rounds, you hear me? Back him up. He can't go forward. Fight's too close, you understand? Andrew. Andrew, you gotta back this guy up.
What? Back, more than a back. Water.
I got it. You gotta back this guy up.
Let's
Hear me?
go. Hey. Get busy. Step over.
Stay off the ropes.
Dave, I love when a corner is honest with their fighter. Nothing drives me crazy like when a corner's like, oh yeah, you got this, you're winning, when it's a really close fight. He sits him down, first thing he says is, you cannot start letting him load up on you. This fight is way too close.
Way too close,
you have
indicating
to be honest.
There's nothing else I can tell you but to dig down and get something else. And it shows you, even for the corners, how tough it is to get a real sense of the scoring. Now, it would appear that Fonfara is riding a wave of momentum.
Yeah, Fonfara has definitely tipped the scales in his favor as this fight has worn on. Cleverly was feeling great through 5 rounds, even through 6 rounds, and then all of a sudden Fonfara started to figure some stuff out. It was mostly his distance keeping Cleverly at bay, and then in the last couple of rounds, listening to his corner, being the first one to throw a punch, not letting Cleverly dictate the pace.
And this is why they're telling him not to let Cleverly come at him, because the judges perceive Cleverly as the aggressor and they think it's effective. May not matter if you counter him nicely. Guys have been right on each other from the opening bell. Now, the nice combination by Fonfara as he retreated to the ropes and lured Cleverly in.
Yeah, and then use the ropes as a bit of a springboard to launch right into a nice offensive attack. Fonfara fighting a very smart fight at this point. We see how tired he is when he goes to the corner, but when it really matters in these 3-minute rounds, he's not letting it show. He's controlling the pace of this fight as it wears on. Cleverly has significantly slowed down with his output. I attribute that to Fonfara and the offense that he has put on Cleverly. Just stuffing him.
They set a blistering pace for light heavyweights, and it has settled in. Now, with Cleverly, now when he's coming in, he's not punching. He's still coming in.
Also worth noting that Cleverly's nose is fairly clearly smashed, making it more and more difficult to breathe, which just adds to the fatigue. And Fonfara is just taking advantage of that.
And he is surging as he senses how tight this fight might be and the opportunity for victory. Andrew Fonfara able to string a number of rounds together, and he is surging at the right time in this fight.
Another good round for Andrew Fonfara. The hometown boy gets a nice pop from the crowd. We are heading to our 12th and final round.
That was a good round.
Very good.
He got it. Hey.
Last one.
Last round. When you throw that right hand, Andrew, come underneath. Not even here. Not here to the chin. Here.
Yes.
Here. Throw it here.
3 minutes. Train to hard. This is your chance then, right? Put it on in from the start to the end. Last round, yeah.
Certainly the tone in the corners has changed. Heaping praise on Fonfara now, as I believe that he is controlling the judges' scorecards at this point. Again, that's unofficial. Cleverly's corner, much more telling him that, look, you're doing a good job, just trying to leave it all out there. I think Cleverly's going to have to get a finish, which is going to be difficult to do because Fonfara, very aggressive, doing a nice job of doing exactly that. Throwing punches at a distance, keeping him at bay, and throwing first.
Final round of what's been a real good one. Fonfara, 27-3, 16 knockouts. Cleverly, 29-2, 15 knockouts. They are both medium-level punchers. One difference, Cleverly has held a championship, but it is Fonfara who is on the way up in this fight. Dave Bontempo and Dave Farah. Glad you've enjoyed this one.
How could you not?
What a
so
night.
Much great action.
Kono and Kameda before this was also exceptional.
And talk about differing styles in refereeing a fight. Night and day between our last fight and this one. Both with great fighters in both bouts. However, this one we're seeing a lot of clean action between the fighters. They're the ones setting the tone, and Cleverly still pressing forward right now, unwilling to give up. 12th and final round, and Fonfara's got the crowd behind him.
Difference, Cleverly, in the first half of the fight, it looked like effective aggression, and now it doesn't. Fonfara has been able to take that away. He's landed the harder punches in this fight.
Yeah, Fonfara just figured out that he's got reverse. There we go. He's able to back away from some of those shots. Cleverly was walking him down before. Look at that.
There's
nice
a good
right hand.
shot by Fonfara. Cleverly took it and kept coming. Good shot by Cleverly. One of his best since early on. There's still a little gas left in the tank for both.
Fonfara, another nice connection. Snaps the head of Cleverly back, and he continues to press forward. They're going to fight this out to the end. Love it.
And will they be jawboning with each other when it's over? As they've been taunting each other after rounds, but they should give each other a good embrace for the effort they have both given here. Fonfara and Cleverly have set a terrific pace from wire to wire.
And the crowd is on their feet here in Chicago. Great fight.
Fonfara thinks he's got it. He had all the momentum.
I would have to agree. The fight started out in the favor of Nathan Cleverly, but Andrew Fonfara figured that riddle out. I've got it finishing 8 rounds in favor of Fonfara to 4 rounds for Nathan Cleverly.
So you've got a sweep of the second half of the fight
Sure
for
do.
Fonfara. So that's huge for him, and we saw him coming on in round 7. Followed up with that.
Felt that Fonfara really started listening to his corner as the fight wore on, and Cleverly was no longer able to walk him down. And then, as you see right there, square in the middle of the face of Cleverly. That big broken nose, I think, also played a factor. Really slowed down Cleverly's output because he just couldn't get the oxygen that he needed to keep his engine running on 10.
Well, that scouting report we got from Tommy Carpensi sure played out. He said Fonfara was on the way up. He had to start faster in this fight. He flew in from Pittsburgh just to see the fight. He's lost to both guys.
And you know what? Worth the trip. It's a fantastic bout between two gutsy warriors. They were having a lot of fun in there, too. Jawing at each other the entire time, just making it a fun contest to watch.
You know, it's a good draw when another fighter will make his way out here a couple hours by plane to see you.
There it is, early on. Cleverly just lighting up Fonfara. Fonfara smile on his face the whole time, but Cleverly was feeling great in those early rounds. And he honestly had Fonfara on the ropes almost the entire first 4 rounds. He knew it. He was dotting him up, snapping his head back. And then right there, that nose of Cleverly got busted, and Fonfara was able to turn it on and leave it on from there.
And the blood told the story there, that Cleverly was defiant, but Fonfara had gotten to him.
And there you see it, Fonfara playing to his hometown crowd. Chicago loves them some Andrew Fonfara. Can't blame him, man. What a great fighter. What a fun fighter to watch compete.
Funny, and no embrace from the fighters yet after they were right near each other, so
Not
might
yet.
have a little something to this rivalry.
Ref is standing in the middle of the ring right now. He's got himself a belt in his hands.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of non-stop action, we'll go to your judges' scorecards. At ringside, your first judge, David Biloserkowicz, sees the fight 115 to 113. While judges Mike Fitzgerald and Robert Hecko both see the fight the same at 116 to 112. All three for the winner by unanimous decision. Andrew, the Polish Prince Fonfara.
There you have it. Andrew Fonfara.